Kids, they give you the purest love. Like, you can't get no other love like that.
I gotta see how the first one comes out, because if it's a lot of pain, it's only gonna be that one.
He saw the phone, and I was like, oh shoot. So I grabbed the phone off the bed, and he's like, that looks like Uncle Man. So like, and no, it's not your Uncle Man. It's somebody else.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Through with a Slash of Tea, the podcast where we either speak to brilliant people, do this thing one-on-one, or have best friend chats with my best friend T. I'm your host, Cass, and let's get right into it. So today, we have our ladies back, Max and Lorna.
It's always a party.
Always. I love it. Okay, Lorna, what are we talking about today?
Kids.
All the kids.
Bad ones, good ones, in between.
Yes, everything. Okay, we're talking about kids. So let's discuss from the very beginning. What? Okay.
From parents?
Start with parents? No, I'm going to start with our information. That's what I was trying to say. Let's start with us and our info. Okay, so I am not a mom, but I do have littles. I am a godmom and I'm an auntie. Those are the only two other titles I have. Yeah, but I'm not a mommy. Max, go ahead.
I'm an auntie, not a mother.
Okay.
I don't got time for kids.
Lorna?
I am a mama, a godmama, an auntie, everything.
Yes.
Everything.
So we get a little bit of all the perspectives around here. Okay, so let's start with your kids, Lorna.
Yeah.
How did having your kids change you? And what was the hardest transition? 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and that's it.
1 to 2 to 3.
Oh, 0 to 1, 1 to 2, or 2 to 3 when having your kids, because you have 3 kids.
Yes.
So what was the hardest? What was your first one having the hardest? Your daughter or?
Okay. Wait, what was the first question? Sorry.
How did having your kids change?
Oh, change me. It changed me a lot because I was a teen mom. So my first child I had at 17. So, I skipped out on a lot of the things that 17-year-olds would do. Like, I didn't go to prom. I didn't go to like dances. I didn't, hang out with my friends. I didn't do a lot of that stuff that other people were doing. All I did was basically go home, like take care of my son and go to school. That's about it. And then I did get a job at McDonald's with my bestie till this day, 22 years strong, that's my bestie. That's my sister. She did get me a job at McDonald's, and I think I spoke about the McDonald's job in past episodes. But, I thought I was like, all right, you know what? I need to get a job. I can't rely on my mom and my stepdad at the time to buy things. It wasn't a lot of money. Like, I would get a little $100 here, $140 my check, because that was early 2000. And, I was able to get the essentials, and then my mom and my stepdad picked up the rest. But it did change my life a lot. And then I moved from Alabama, moved up to Boston with my mom, and then my son's dad followed, and we got our own apartment together. And then that's when I had my second daughter. Well, my first daughter, but my second child. And we were chilling. We would just go on family vacations, do a lot. It was a little different because we were older. We had our own place. I was 22 at the time. We go on family vacations. We was doing our thing, and then now to DJ, the crazy one, I love him so much. He's so funny. He makes me laugh every day, even though he doesn't know that he's doing it. Like, he's just so funny. I wouldn't change it for the world. And I had him at 34. So, yeah. And it's like different times of my life that I've had the children. And with my son, he's seen the struggle. My oldest son, he's seen the struggle because he's 23 now. So he's seen the struggle. He was with me through thick and thin. So me and him have like a different bond than me and my daughter, because my son was there for like a lot of the stuff. My daughter was just like in La La Land kind of thing, you know. She didn't.
Like, I'm here.
Yeah, she didn't realize, you know. She didn't realize what we were going through, but my son did. And then DJ, he's just living a life because he gets everything that he wants, you know. Because I was older, you know, I had more money. I was, you know, doing better in life. And now he's just living the dream. He thinks that everything, oh, Mom, can I get this? Can I get that? Can I get this? And it's just like, he never thinks about what my son had to think about when he was younger. Like, oh, does my mom have the money to do this? My son is very humble. Like, he didn't want anything. He never really asked for a lot because he knew that I didn't have the money, which I felt bad. But DJ is in a whole different thing. Like, he knows, like, my mom has money. Let me ask for this and because I know I'm going to get this, you know? So.
DJ knows what's up.
Yes.
Do you think the transition of going from no kids to your first son was like the most difficult for you, or going from having a son to getting pregnant with your daughter and being like, okay, this is going to be a different trajectory because this is a girl, this is a second pregnancy? Which one was more shocking?
My first, because I don't know if I told you the story about that. So
you can't tell the story because I want that to be on another episode.
Okay.
But you can tell
like, it wasn't, it wasn't realized because I was like young and I'm like, you know, I can't be pregnant because I didn't know what pregnancy was. And, you know, it was hard to like realize that, you know, I was pregnant, and I didn't get the care and the health, like the checkups that I needed for him. So I was like scared when I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, oh, I got to tell my mom. And it was just like, it was a scary situation. So with my daughter, it was just like, okay, I'm living on my own. You know, I'm with my boyfriend, my fiance, because we were engaged too. But I think my first child was like the shocker. Like, it was just like more difficult. My daughter was just like, oh, okay, you know.
Yeah. So I'm ready on my own.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm good. Mm-hmm. I love that. I thought you were going to tell them where you had DJ.
Oh, no. With my son, because with my oldest son, no one knew I was pregnant until I was 7.5 months pregnant.
Damn.
Yeah. I didn't tell anybody because at that time, like she said, I was young. I was really skinny. And with my sister was bigger than me. So my older sister. So I would like wear her shirts and stuff like that to cover my belly. Mm-hmm. And it actually did not pop. My belly did not pop until I told everyone. And then all of a sudden, it just grew overnight. So, yeah. Wow. 7.5 months. So, that whole time,
belly said, here I am.
Yeah. Here I am. Now that she's told y'all, I might as well come out.
Surprise.
Yeah, the whole 7.5 months, no one knew. Like, I didn't tell anybody. And I didn't get any care. So, that's what I was saying. Like, I didn't get any care. I didn't go to the doctor or anything like that. And then my mom was so disappointed because I'm like, oh, my mom gonna be mad, you know. Yeah, so I was nervous to tell her, and I told my stepdad. My stepdad went in and told my mom, and she was like so upset. She's like, I'm not upset that you're pregnant. I'm upset that you didn't tell me because you know you need the care. You need to get checkups. You need an ultrasound. So like 2 days later, we were in the ultrasound place, and we were getting him checked out, but he was fully healthy and everything else,
Completely fine.
Yes.
I was waiting on y'all.
Right. Yeah.
Just hanging out.
You
big baby.
Now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Max, do you want any kids?
I want kids.
How many?
I gotta see how the first one comes out, because if it's a lot of pain, it's only gonna be that one.
Oh, it's gonna be pain.
Dang.
Don't tell me that.
Who do you want in the room with you?
Hopefully my partner. And possibly just my partner. I don't know. I don't know if I want my mom in there. I don't know.
It could get crazy. How did becoming an aunt change you? Well, how many nieces and nephews do you have? Let's say.
Ooh, I have a lot.
Yeah?
I have a lot, but I don't see them because most of them live in New York.
Okay.
Now, the one that I do see, he's my second cousin. So, I still consider him my little nephew. My cousin has two little boys. And they are angels. Well, somewhat angels.
Sometimes.
They have their moments, but they are amazing. I love spending time with them.
Oh my gosh, how old are they?
One is 5. The other one is about to turn 2.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's 1. Yeah, I'm about to turn 2.
I feel like my favorite thing with kids is they let you see the world so simply.
Yes.
Like they'll just say... And then whatever. And then you're like, I mean, you're kind of right, but like, why'd you just say it so black and white, like so blatantly, like,
right?
Yeah, like you made me feel dumb, like. Don't
I
make
thought it
me
was something else.
Yeah, like it's dumb. Like, why you say like a dumb? Like they don't mean it like that at all. But it's just like to me, like, damn, I should have known that. I love that with kids, and I think that you get to digest that even when you don't have kids, as an auntie or as a mom, or well, if you do have kids as a mom, you get to digest that all the time. But as an auntie, you get those little nuggets of like seeing the world simple. Yeah, which is such a blessing. Do you have any? Wait, so you only have nephews, no nieces?
There are nieces as well,
but they live in New York.
Yeah.
Okay, so the ones that you often see are the two little boys.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. I love that. I have a tribe of littles. I only have one blood niece, no nephews. But then I have like friends who I have other nieces and then nephews. My niece has a brother. I love it. I love having them. But I also love being able to return them.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Definitely.
Can't do that with mine.
They kind of follow you home,
exactly.
You know? Like, yeah, I love being able to like kind of like mentor like kids. Have you guys noticed how having kids, like you having kids around constantly or you having kids sometimes has it altered like the way that you act or the way that you do things? For example, like sometimes when I'm posting something, I'm an avid poster on social media. Sometimes when I'm posting something, I like check myself like, okay, Michaela's going to see this. So I got to like check, okay, I'm not going to post that one. Like I got to cool it with this one. Or like this one, I got to cut it here. Yeah. Okay, so I find myself doing that, but I don't find it to be annoying. I find it to be something that like I'm proud of.
Yeah.
Right? Because like I have this person looking up to me and able to do that. But is it difficult with you because you always have kids watching you all the time? Like I get to return.
Yes. My son, he lets me know, like, if I'm swearing, he'd be like, Mom, you said you didn't want to swear anymore. Like, he keeps me in check, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, DJ, I'm sorry. He's like, Mom, stop swearing. Like, he always catches me in certain things, and it's just like, I gotta remember, you know, so it's just like, I have to be very careful in what I say and what I do, because he's always watching, and he likes to mimic. So, you know, you always have to be careful what you say and what you do.
They always have those bionic ears.
Yeah.
They hear it all.
They hear what they want to hear, because I told you to pick that thing up 4 times.
Right.
You didn't do it, but you heard me cussing out your daddy on the phone.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Like, you listening?
Literally, I was upstairs. Like,
why are you talking to my daddy like that? Like, shut up.
Is that my dad?
Is that my dad? No, sir, it's not your dad. That's DJ. Is that my dad? Who is that? And then he goes down the line of people.
He starts naming names.
And then the person gets on the phone and they're like, who is so-and-so? I'm like,
mind your business.
Like, and that's what I have to tell my son. Mind your business. And he's like, and I told you guys, I was on the phone. I was FaceTiming someone. And I put the phone down on the bed by accident because he was already asking me who was I on the phone with. And I told him, none of your business. And he looked at the phone because he's very sneaky. He saw the phone and I was like, oh shoot. So I grabbed the phone off the bed and he's like, that looks like Uncle Man. So like, and it's not your Uncle Man. It's somebody else.
It's somebody I want to be my man.
About to ruin it for me.
Everybody.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
come on. I'm trying to make him my man.
Yeah, exactly. You making it difficult for me.
Like, yo.
But the first name is that my dad? That's always, is that my dad? Let me speak. No, you cannot. You cannot. Sorry, sir.
You think I only ever talk to my dad? And like, what would we always be on the phone about?
Yes.
I am fucking with your daddy.
Exactly. Exactly.
You ain't even here. What you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Do it look like I want to talk to your dad right now? No, I do not.
I don't even want to talk to you right now.
I'm like, get your iPad and call your dad. That's what you need to do. Get out of my face.
Go find your dad. I know who your dad is. Yo.
We're gonna bring him back.
Crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And that's a big thing with me when it comes to kids. It's like, I can't be humbled every day. I can't be humbled all the... I'm either commit homicide or suicide. One of us gotta go. You can't tell me all my woes all the time. Like, you're getting squishy or this is... Why is this flap? Oh,
Like, why are you asking a million questions about something that has nothing
to do with you? Mind your business.
Yeah. When he gives me hugs, he wraps his arms around me and squeezes my fat rolls in the back. Yes. And he thinks it's just the most hilarious thing, and it's just funny to him.
It's the laughing after. It's the laughing after.
Sir, I'm gonna do this to you when you grow up. Watch.
Unhand me, sir. Yes. He know how to make you want to lose weight, because at this point,
every time somebody hugs you, this.
He gets in the bed with me, lays down, puts his arm around me, squeezes my fat. I'm like, dude.
Sir.
It's still there.
I know.
It hasn't left yet.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. But through all that, we love them.
Yes.
Why do we love them?
Because they're so little.
They're still learning.
Yeah. They are still learning. They're still learning the world.
They give you the purest love. Like, kids, they give you the purest love. Like, you can't get no other love like that than a child. Like, because, you know, when you become an adult, people lie. They say they love you. They don't. Like, kids, you get, like, the purest, like, lovable love, you know?
If they like you, it shows. If they don't like you, they will run away.
Yes. Yep.
Plain and simple.
And that's why kids are a good, like, friend detector.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because if a kid's not messing with it, it's like your mama. When you were growing up, your mama like, that friend's not a good friend for you. And she was right. His kids are the same way. Like, I don't like that. I don't like da-da-da.
Yeah.
And it's important. It's vital to, not vital, it's important to watch who they stay away from. Because it's like, why are you staying away from that person? And like, watch who multiple kids stay away from. Because you and your cousin and your friend don't like this person over here. Why? Yeah. Let's talk about the knowledge that kids have. Because I feel like when we were growing up, kids weren't like, you're just a kid, like your opinion doesn't matter. Your kid, they stay in the corner, your kid, do what I tell you.
Yeah.
But now we've gotten to the point of like, tell me everything, tell me your feelings, tell me what you think, tell me which is great. Now kids have a voice. Is it too much? What is too much? How much of what a kid says are you supposed to listen to? What cues can you look for that says, okay, this is a story of imagination, or no, this is real. Like, this is something I should really be listening to. Like, it's such a crazy world, a crazy web. How do you determine what's important?
Yeah. Well, with my son, because he's like small, my kids are older, so they don't really talk to me like that. So, they don't really talk to me like that. So my son, like, he tells, like, when he can tell me the story exactly like he told me it a week ago, 2 weeks ago, you know, and it's the same exact thing. I'm like, okay, that sounds like it's true. Now, I have this thing when he tells me something, I look at him, I give him a look, and if he starts smirking, I know he's lying. I know he's lying. Like, he's lying. You're lying.
Easy?
Yes.
It's that easy. Just look at him.
Yes, and he starts to smirk. I want to record him one day.
Poor
when he's
DJ.
lying. Yeah. I'm like, DJ, you're lying, and I'm not lying, but you have the smile you're trying to hide. Like, no, yes, you're lying. Get out of my face.
Go away now.
Come back with another lie. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so yeah, I know. But if he tells me something, he really looks at me and tells me, when certain things happen to him, he feels a certain way. Like, you can tell he's sad. Or if he tells me the same exact thing, like, I think that I always believe him.
Do you think that's for all kids, or do you think that's for just DJ, or what do you think?
I've seen some kids, like, will lie straight to your face and make it seem like it's something, you know, serious, and it's not. Like, they would just straight lie.
Some badass kids.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you're going to be a serial killer when you grow up. How can you come to me with a straight face and lie, and then, you know, go along with this lie for a while, and then all of a sudden, oh, you know what? I was lying. You know, I just was mad at this person. Like, you're going to be a serial killer.
God damn, straight to killer, not serial liar, a serial killer.
No, just a killer.
God.
You're gonna bury people in the backyard somewhere or in the field or whatever and
Chop
lie.
them up.
And I don't know where Sarah went. Yeah, you do know where Sarah went. She went to the ground.
Killed her. You killed her.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's what I've noticed. Like kids, they can't hold the smile in, or they can't hold the smirk, or they look around and look away, and
there's
you
always
can
something they do when they lie.
Mm-hmm.
All the time.
And we know because we've been there.
Yep.
Like, bro, what you forget?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was you. Like, I pulled the same.
I did the same
thing. Like, bro, I was there. Like, okay, so I want to talk about now bad kids. I want to talk about kids that are bad that aren't yours.
Yeah.
So what do? Do you a kid that is bad, that isn't yours, that, let's say for this scenario, that isn't that has no bearing on your child. So it's not like your child is picking up those bad habits or anything. No. Kid that's just bad and is like annoying to be around and isn't yours. Do you have a conversation with their parents? Do you just remove yourself from the situation? What do you guys do?
I just give
hard because
I give their little butts bad looks. Like,
yeah. And I try not to, but
are you really doing that? Like, I'll say extra thing. Like, are you really doing that? Like, what are you doing? So like the parent can hear that their child is acting a fool and, maybe correct them. But then when I see the parent ain't doing nothing, I'm like, listen.
They're calling that gentle parenting.
Yeah, no.
That is not gentle parenting, guys. Come on.
Yeah, no.
Fix the behavior.
Yeah. And my son will tell them, you look stupid. Like, you're acting a fool. Why are you doing that? Like, he's very vocal. Like, if he feels a certain way, he's going to say it.
Good.
Which is absolutely.
Yeah. Why are you acting that way? Why? Like, because my daughter, she acted a fool. And my son was like, Samara, you're embarrassing. Like, what are you doing? Why are you acting this way in public? Like,
you are not my sister.
Yeah, he's very vocal. Like, if you're acting a fool, he'll tell you you're acting a fool. Why are you doing that? Yeah. So that's what I love about him. Yeah.
Most people do need to hear it because a lot of people have people that'll sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, like we need to correct this. Like, you're acting a fool.
Yeah.
Like, what?
And these little kids, their parents don't do nothing, so they're continuing to act crazy, and then like they go to school, act crazy, and then the teacher's like, listen, you need to fix, oh no, nothing's wrong with my son, and they want to get so defensive. Like, no, you need to listen, because if they're telling you that your son is acting a fool, and then the next person is telling you the same thing, obviously it's something going on, and you need to fix that. Stop being so lazy to where you don't want to, do your job as a parent. Like, no.
I don't have kids at that point.
Exactly.
Yeah. Don't have kids. You have to be, if you're going to have kids, you have to be willing to pour into them.
Yeah.
If you're going to pour into them for 3 years and be like, the world got the rest. The world does not got the rest.
Exactly.
Right? You're pouring into them forever. It's a long-term investment, baby, until you go. Mm-hmm. So come on. Even after you go, you need to make sure that they're good for society.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, why are we just half-assing this job?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's your most important one.
Yep.
And then the parents that let their kids just walk away and they on the phone, they're doing this, they're doing that. And then their bad kid is over there trying to fight my child and my child drop kick them. And then you want to get mad at my child because you're not paying attention to what your child's doing. Like, no. Like, no.
Like, now they're trying to fight you.
Exactly.
Like, I will put hands on you too. Let's
like,
go.
What are you doing?
Let me whoop you and then I'm going to whoop your child.
Like, both y'all seem to be laughing.
Exactly.
Right.
But it's just like, but it shows, like, a lot of it shows, like, with the parenting, because a lot of people, they do the gentle parenting. Like, no, you need to discipline them. Like, don't say, oh, no, don't do that. No, stop. You need to put some bass in your voice.
Yeah.
You need to let them know, like, you're serious.
You don't have to yell at them.
Exactly.
Right.
And if you continue to let them do that, they're going to get worse and worse and worse. And then I have to deal with them because they're in the school with my child or in the class with my child, and their bad behavior is coming to school, and I'm not going to tolerate that, because I'm not sending my child to fight anyone, to hit on anyone, to do any of that craziness, like, and it's like, you shouldn't allow your child to do the same thing.
This
like,
is prison. Why is my child going to school having fight for his life?
Exactly.
Right. What is happening? And you can gentle parenting to me simply introduce the conversation into parenting. introduced hey, let's talk about what's happening here. Because boomers didn't give us that. They didn't know any better. They didn't know that. Having a conversation, no, I'm going to tell you what to do. You do it. They were, like, nah, I'm going to beat this into you. But gentle parenting introduced a conversation like, this is why I'm telling you to do this. Because it's dangerous. If you put your hand on the stove, you're going to get burnt. You're going to get burnt. And I don't want you to learn that way. I'm telling you this. But it doesn't mean...
Now, if it doesn't go through your head, I'm going to put your hand on the stove.
It doesn't mean I have to say this until my face turns blue. Yeah. I'm going to tell you, then I'm going to let you know we're not doing this. Yeah. I'm not explaining anymore. Like, we have to get to an end. And it's like a lot of these parents are it's just conversation. It's just conversation. This isn't your homegirl. This is your 5-year-old. Yep. Yeah, exactly. So she can understand the conversation. You can have the conversation, but you need to let her know that you aren't a friend, and you can say, we are doing this because we're doing this, and that's it. Yep. The end. You don't have to put your hands on her. I mean, I'm not against whooping either. I'm not. I'm sorry. If you need to do what you got to do, you got to do what you got to do. But it can be conversation ending with sternness because I'm your mother, the end. Yeah. That's enough.
But I've had the situation where, like, my son, I'm telling him, stop doing this. You're going to hurt yourself. Stop doing this. But then I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to say anything else to you. And then he come to me, oh, mommy, yes. So now you know when I told you not to do it and you did it anyways, and that's the consequence. Now you got to deal with the pain. You got to fight through it. And now he knows not to do it anymore.
Thank you.
You know? So it's just like, it's a lesson learned. But I was stern with him, like, listen, stop doing this. You need to stop doing this. But if you want to sneak and try to, do that little thing that I told you not to do, and now you're hurt, it is what it is. You just got to deal with it.
You wanted to learn the hard way. I gave you the easy way. I told you not to do it. If you climb up there, you're going to fall. If you climb up there, you're going to fall. It's not stable. Oh, okay. I'm letting you know. I hear a thud. You come back to me crying. I told you it was going to happen. I'll still give you a hug, but I told you this was going to happen.
I'll give you a little hug, rub it a little bit, but then you got to go on along and just let the pain,
you
gotta fight through it.
You got to fight through it because you chose to learn this way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My mom would have smacked me. My word hurts.
Literally,
I told you not to get off there.
I told you not to do that. Like, back in the day.
Yeah.
Easy. But no, we have, this is beautiful where we've gotten like to the, like having conversations with your children, like because you can learn so much from kids.
Yeah. And they teach you a lot of patience.
Mm-hmm.
Patience is number one.
What? The patience that you get with kids. And then I feel like they cause you to slow down too.
Yes. And I learned that with my siblings.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like they force you to like go slower.
Yep.
Like if you're cooking something, mommy, I want to help. I'll be like, damn, you want to help? It's going to take me an extra 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But that could be a core memory for them. Yeah. Or a teaching. It's both. A bonding moment and a teachable moment. Like a core memory. It's all that. Yeah. Like, all right, I'll let you help this time.
Yeah. I know, that's what I do with my son. It's just like, oh my God, boy, get out of my face. But then I'm like, no, I can't, because, he really wants to help me out. He really wants to, like, he used to help me with, like, laundry. Like, he would try to take the stuff or put the stuff inside the washer. I'll take it out the washer, hand it to him, he put it in the dryer. Or he goes into the dryer and takes the clothes out. And I'm like, you just dropping stuff all over the place. I could have just grabbed all this. But it's something that made him happy. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just let him do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to clean out his cups because I bought him like a little Yeti cup. He wants to clean it out. All right. I'll get you your stool. You can stand over this thing, But then I'm going to wash it out right after I finish washing it out because, but I want you to feel as though, you're doing something. You're feeling, you feel accomplished a little bit,
I love that.
Yeah.
And honestly, and maybe I'm overthinking it, but I don't think so. I think that like, there's a reason specifically that God made kids so interested in like simple things. Mm-hmm. Because yes, they're learning the world, but like, it literally forces us to slow down and like, I haven't taken my time to like wash a plate in a while, or I haven't like, it forces us to be like, go back to the basics.
Yeah.
Because I think he knew how advanced we would get. Like, go fast. Like, your kids are like, Mom, this is a ball. I know it's a fucking ball. Why is it red? Why is the sky blue? And you're like, oh no.
You should have the sun towards the water, and you're just like, what? You think that sun is reflecting to the water? Oh my God.
Please shut up.
Every night, my son, because, kids don't like to go to bed. So, like, every night he wants to reflect on his day and tell me everything that happened. And I'm like, oh my God, I just want to do something else. Like, I can't do that. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Oh, wow, really? You know, he wants to tell me about his day and what he learned and his teachers and what my nephew did to him and this and that, you know, and it's just like, all right. Yes, exactly.
I know you're stalling.
Yes, exactly. And I'm like, okay, DJ, it's time for bed. Like, you know, I try to be, and then I have to get stern. I'm like, all right, listen, we got to stop.
I said go to bed.
But then I always end it with, I love you so much. And I let him know, like, I love him or whatever. So, you know, so he won't feel bad because but I love you, baby. I love you so much. And he's like, I love you too, Mom. And then, you know, he goes to bed. And then he'll be knocked out in like 5 minutes. And I'm like, dude, you should have.
Exactly.
You were tired.
You wanted to sleep so bad, but you were fighting it.
Yes.
Like, oh my goodness.
I love kids.
Yes, I love them. I love them.
They are.
I just don't like other people's kids, but I love my kids.
I think that's so fair. Is there anything you ladies would like to say to the expecting mommies and the soon-to-be aunties?
Expecting moms, just be patient with a lot of things. When you become a mom, it gets overwhelming, but just, you know, relax and sit back for a minute. And, you know, if you need to have the baby cry for a little bit, you know, let the baby cry a little bit. Like, they're okay. You know, you might need to take a mental, like, moments for just to get your mental together, and that's okay. Like, don't think that you're a bad mom, because a lot of people are like, oh, my baby's crying, I can't get the baby to stop, I feel so bad, I'm a bad mom. No, you're not. You're going through, like, you're learning to be a mom, a better mom. You're already a good mom, you're learning to be a better mom.
Good. That's so true. You're already a good mom, and you're learning to be.
I'd say learn how to spoil them correctly.
Correctly. 8 right there. Okay.
Because a lot of aunties tend to overspoil their nephews or nieces. And that just creates the bad kids.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I want to go to auntie's house because she gives me everything I want. And I can do whatever I want. Like, no. Not over here, baby.
Not over here, baby.
Mm-mm.
And if that's tough for you, if you love to like pour into that, I love to spend money on you, da da da. Okay, but maybe try and attach whenever you spend money, attach like pouring into with those trips. So like I always like try and like, okay, I'm pouring into, I don't always spend crazy money on my niece because no, but I always try and like pour into her. Like I always want her to like leave with something, a little nugget about something, to know something about herself, to know something about the world, like just a little. And if you try and do that, like every time you like spend $100 or something, then at least you're pouring into the kid and not just spending money.
Or do it when they're achieving something. So they can know, like, okay, well, if I do this, if I'm good at this, you know, I might be able to get, so it just makes them want to work harder so they can, you know, I might get that new iPhone, or I might get those LVs, the heels, I know you,
you can get your red bottom.
Yeah, the red bottom, you know.
Yes, that's so true. And that's easier than attaching, pouring into, because if you're like, oh, I don't have words of wisdom, then just buy them something. If you want to buy them something anyways, buy them something good. Yeah, and then they'll always try to do something good. So yeah, that's nice. Alrighty, folks, we're gonna end there. So first things first, thank you, ladies. Like always, thanks for being here today. Of course. Thank you for watching if you watched. Thanks for listening if you listened. Through with the Flash of Tea can be caught every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on all streaming platforms, including YouTube. Bye now.